start this meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call. Kathleen DeWolf. Here. Eli Badger.
Here.
Fran Newton here. Do we have any public comments before we get started? Seeing none, we will move on to approval of the minutes. We have 3 different sets of minutes. The first one is for October 7th.
Come on in.
Are there any comments, corrections?
Yes. Page 3, line 35, it says town's consultant. You should insert electric consultant, Dick Joyce.
Okay. Good catch. Anything else?
Nope.
Eli? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of October 7th as amended.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain. There's the majority of the quorum.
Yep.
It's fine. No. Okay, October 9th.
Nope, I didn't see any.
Okay. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of October 9th as written.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain. And finally, October 15th.
Okay, page 2, line 35, I'd like to amend it to reflect that, I changed my vote to nay.
We'd have to take a new vote, wouldn't we? I mean, you voted yes at the meeting.
Yeah, it doesn't change the outcome.
Okay. I have a correction on page 3. It says that the next work session scheduled for 6 p.m. on Monday, October 21st. Not sure what the error is. Is it 6:30? But it should be 6:30.
30.
I thought that was correct. I had 6 on my calendar.
Well, you know, I called Charlie because I thought I missed something, so, okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Hearing nothing else, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of October 15th as amended.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. New business. We have a schedule change. Jessica Richard was unfortunately delayed with car issues, and we'll have to reschedule the Ashland Water Asset Management Plan discussion. So moving on to the Ashland Hazard Mitigation Plan. Charlie? Steve?
Yes, in September,
Yes.
before I headed off on vacation, I approached the board with documents that needed signatures for the hazard mitigation plan. It's concluded, FEMA has approved it,
Wonderful.
finalized, and it's ready for signatures of the board.
Okay.
Do you have that with you?
Right here.
So a motion to approve the hazard mitigation plan?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we will sign that.
How many signatures do we need?
I believe it's 2 selectmen and the chairman.
Okay, so we have just enough.
Yeah, yeah, we can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any other new business? Any old business? Okay. Select board items. Town manager updates.
Okay, so let's jump right into this. These are our monthly updates from what's basically going on with all the departments in town. In the month of September, the library issued 12 new library cards. They circulated 722 items, and 89 were downloadable or audible in ebooks. Coming up this month on Monday, October 28th at 7 p.m. The book group is going to discuss the book Educated by Tara Westover. Halloween story time will be held on Tuesday, October 29th at 3 p.m. And the library would appreciate donations of candy to hand out to Ashland Elementary School students during their annual Halloween parade. our favorite quote of the month from Director Weinberg. It is what you read when you don't have to that determines what you will be when you can't help it. Want to read that again?
Yeah.
It is what you read when you don't have to that determines what you will be when you can't help it.
There you go.
That's
Sound
very
better?
good. Much better. Should have rehearsed that, Charlie.
Faint, I could really see it. All right. Parks and Rec, Ann continues to get food for the kids at the food bank. She goes down there once a month. That's for the after-school program. The after-school program right now has about 41 kids signed up,
Awesome.
and they average about 27 per day. Kids' Night Out is next week, October 25th, from 6 to 8:30.
Yeah, it's
It's
this
this
week.
Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's October 25th, and there'll be games, activities, snacks. Each kid will get a small pumpkin to decorate and take home, and costumes are encouraged but optional. The beach is wrapping up for the season. The lines were taken out. The snack shack has been cleaned out. Power and water will be turned off today. Right, Rusty?
Right.
When the campground and the bathhouse, they're closed. That was all done today. Police department responded, they had 361 dispatch calls, 101 incidents, 8 arrests. There was a warrant issued, 7 accidents, 58 citations and a parking ticket. Officer Moretto is almost done with FTO, I think. He's ready to hit the ground running. PD has a new pickup truck for special services. That's already been put to use. Halloween, as everyone knows, is right around the corner. Chief Olick has a couple things he'd like the town to know. That Ashland Elementary School will be doing their tour around town on Halloween around 1 p.m. That's when they go through town. We actually give out candy at the town office. He emphasizes that if you're driving in the area, use caution for our little ghouls and goblins. In case anyone doesn't know, Trick or Treat for Ashland will be from 5 to 7. Again, use caution. The PD is going to partake in the trunk or treat event at Ashland Community Church. So come visit the police chief and not at the PD this year. As this report is presented in October, Chief Olick wanted to remind residents that the winter parking ban goes in effect on November 1st, so vehicles that will be ticketed on Side Street if they're left between 1 and 5 a.m. If this occurs during a storm event, the vehicle will likely be towed if it is inhibiting plow operations. This does include Mechanic Street and Memorial parking lots. So get your cars moved.
In Town Hall.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh, yeah.
and Town Hall.
Yeah.
Kathleen?
No, I was saying that should be added, town hall.
Fire department last month had 41 calls, 30 medical emergencies, 8 fire rescue calls. There was 2 calls for motor vehicle accidents and a service call. The per diem crew responded to 21 of the 41 emergencies. They have an average response time of 1.58 minutes.
Fabulous.
That is fast.
Absolutely fabulous.
1 ambulance transport for the month. The per diem crew, they continue to complete projects on a daily basis, such as truck checks, station maintenance, and training. They've continued the hose testing and begun repainting the hydrants. I'm sure some people have seen in town that the hydrants have been painted.
Yeah, they look nice.
There's a reason why they're a different color. They weren't just done like that.
Sure.
It's pretty much for the capacity. It's the water capacity, right?
Yes.
You know.
Aggregate capacity.
Yep. What do the colors mean? The green is.
Blue is the highest rated, and green, and yellow or orange, whichever paint they use, and then red is the lowest. And it's just a cap that indicates the capacity.
Okay.
Cap color.
Regular department training continued in September. This involved deploying an extended attack and backup lines. EMS training involved a review of the New Hampshire Bureau of EMS protocols for stroke, included screening and patient care at the EMT, AEMT, and paramedic levels. The protocol for post-resuscitative care in adult and pediatric patients was also covered. As we just talked about, the hazard mitigation plan was approved by FEMA. We got the reimbursement for the VFA grant. Life safety code inspections continued for the department, both assembly and rental occupancies. The reports were filed with the state fire marshal's office. Deputy Busquet had quality assurance reviews of all TEMSIS reports. Life safety code inspections were done for both assembly and rental occupancies. Deputy Busquet completed quality assurance reviews for TEMSIS reports.
What is that, Steve? TEMSIS. What is TEMSIS?
TEMSIS, it's the state's medical report system.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
What's NFIRS?
It's an acronym.
Yeah. a lot of
And NFIRS?
Pardon, NIFRS, National Fire Incident Reporting System.
Okay, thank you.
Right, water and sewer had some mowing done at the facilities and the lagoons. The brush and field mowing at the water plant, the water tower. They cleaned all the exteriors at River Street pump stations. They repaired the water plant roof. DPW worked with Rusty and the guys at the parking lot for the wastewater plant. They're repairing it for the asphalt, the paving that actually I think got done today. They did some repairs to main gate at the wastewater plant. They raised some sewer manhole covers. This was for the paving on Highland Street last month. Repaired water curb boxes on School Street and Levitt Hill. The plant activities complete all permit required lab testing, monthly bacteria, pH, and alkalinity test for the water system. DES dam inspection and plant inspection at the wastewater plant. I've got another note here. Ashland Headworks and Septage Receiving Project. That's about 3/4 of the way done. The building is completely erected. I think they're
almost done.
yeah, they should be done with the building. I think this month.
Should be.
Yep. They're waiting for the transformer to from National Electric. We had to special order that.
Okay.
So it takes some time to get that. And, almost there.
Yay.
Speaking about Ashland Electric, we had some outages, calls on Collins Street. A surge arrested blew Route 3 and Route 75. There's some trees and poles that went down. That was the storm last week. Sanborn Road had a massive tree uprooted and fell on the lines. Highland Street, Spring Street, they had an outage caused by a fuse. Spring Street had a dead end, bell blew up. Memory Lane job, that was with the co-op's assistance.
Where is Memory Lane?
Geez, I don't know.
Memory Lane?
Craig?
Nobody can remember.
Do you know where Howe Road is?
Yep.
Right across the street.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
They did some work down at the transfer station for the pole that was framed, and had some more storm repairs. DPW doing some paving at the transfer station. Like I said earlier, the top coat was installed actually today. They're a day earlier than expected. Scales have been installed. Training. They completed that today, Craig? Or tomorrow?
Tomorrow, no, Wednesday, they're gonna show us
How to
Okay.
how to operate the
Yep.
scales, but
Mhm.
it'll be long-term training on it.
So the dirt section of Levitt Hill Road was ditched and graded for winter. That completes all the dirt roads. DPW rebuilt one catch basin and corrected some drainage on the paved section of that road to prepare for paving. So paving in Levitt Hill was finally completed. Craig considers that project done.
Yay.
Finally, that one has been a while. Yeah. So they moved on to preparing for the transfer station road. They completed the approach ramps for the scale and finished the required site work. They're moving on to fall cleanup. And minor repairs to our roads is needed. However, the same thing as last month. Cold patch is still back ordered.
Still don't have it.
You still can't get it.
Okay, it's all right, I've become very fond of the potholes.
Commit to memory.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, the project list, Charlie.
Next month, our first meeting in November, we have two of these items on the list. Two big presentations that I'm excited for myself. Warren Street Architects will be here to present the feasibility report. And Williams Architects will be here to present the LCHIP
Excellent.
grant, the
Excellent.
study on the town office.
Wonderful.
Both of these started in 2016.
16, yeah, 3 years. Other than that, the TAP grant, the engineer council and the assessor had some right of work stuff, right of way work that needed to be done for DOT's approval.
Okay. Nothing else, huh?
Any questions?
Nope. CRF road improvement expenditure.
Right.
So what was that?
This was the paving on the
Oh.
town's portion of Levitt Hill Road.
Right, yeah.
Basically, it's already been done. We're really just asking that the board will expend it from the capital reserve funds to really help the budget.
Okay.
So we want to basically try to save a little bit
Right,
for
and
winter
We
with
want
salt.
to try to
season.
save some money in my road improvement line in case we need salt and sand. So instead of taking it out of that, which I may need for that purpose,
Yeah.
we want to take it out of capital reserve.
How much is in the CRF now?
Oh, there's,
A little bit, around 300, I think
Yeah.
it was.
Okay, all right.
so there's room, well, I mean, it's only like, it's less than $11,000.
Okay.
Right, I think you got that quote.
Yeah, it's a motion to approve $10,895.74 to pay from the stop sign at the beach to the first fire hydrant on Levitt Hill Road, to be charged to the CRF 01-4915-30-500 HWY road improvements.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Any public comments? No. Do we have a non-public session, Charlie?
No, but I have one more item.
All right,
that came
yes,
through.
okay.
Requesting that we finalize the tax rate.
Okay.
So earlier today, I talked with DRA about our estimated revenue, and we are ready to finalize the tax rate, assuming that the board doesn't vote to use any more unassigned fund balance. The total tax rate for the town of Ashland went from 26.79 to 27.95. That's an increase of $1.16, and I have a breakdown for everyone here. The town tax effort was $2.5 million. The county was $451,000. Local school was $3.38 million, and state education was $510,000. The valuation went up to $246 million. It's about a million increase from last year.
Oh, that's
Yep.
positive.
The town tax rate is 10.3, the county is 1.83, the local school is 13.72, and state education is 2.10. The increase from last year for the town was $137,000. The county went down about $1,600. Local school was $192,000 increase, and state education went down $17,000. So overall, the town's portion went up about 50 cents. County down a penny. The school went up 73 cents, and the state education decreased by 8 cents.
Okay.
So now this total effort of $137,000 increase, that's basically the warrant that everything was voted upon and approved by the town.
Yeah.
This also increases includes the decreases that was voted upon to use unassigned fund balance. So when I say that I'm recommending that we don't use any more unassigned fund balances because we already have, right? Some of those projects that we did recommend on the warrant that were approved was the property tax map. This is that GIS project for $39,300. The installation of a new truck scale at the transfer station for $55,000. The erecting of a building structure for storage at the transfer station, that was $43,400. Purchasing 2 compact containers at the transfer station for $17,500, and the contingency fund for unanticipated expenses for $25,000. So that all totaled $180,200 that was used from our unassigned fund balance for projects that were needed.
Right. Well, my feeling has always been you get much more long-term gain by using that unassigned fund balance to fund projects that would otherwise be on the warrant. Again, we cannot make up enough for the tax rate to compensate for the school, and it's a one-time deal. If you use the unassigned fund balance this year, then you got the same problem
Yes,
next year.
that's
So
right.
it's very short-sighted.
Yep.
I personally believe so.
Now,
That's my feeling.
So the $180,000 represents a tax savings.
Yes.
Right, that's a
Yes.
tax savings. As of today, we have $780,828 remaining in our fund balance, or 9.98%, which is comfortable.
Yes. Yes.
Because DRA recommends between 5 and 17%.
Right.
So we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Towns are richer than we are.
Yeah. Yeah. But we got all of those projects done.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
we're still
fabulous.
there.
And, I know people think that we're hoarding money and we're sitting on some lump sum, but that's just not the case. This is not a slush fund or anything else. I mean, I think, we're finally managing our budget in a fiscally responsible way. So my personal feeling is we shouldn't use
And
the
getting
unassigned
things
fund
done.
balance. And we're getting things done, which is really a long-term tax savings for the people. So, my opinion. Eli, thoughts?
The numbers work for us if we keep a positive balance there. And as much as some people are going to object to it, it is only a short-term savings because it has to be made up the next year.
That's right, right. So can I have a motion then to not use the unassigned fund balance, how do you want to put this, to lower the tax rate?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So the tax rate, Charlie, will be $27.95?
27.95. That's the total
That's
rate.
the total for the town, the
Yes.
schools, the state, and the county. Okay. Long-term, we need to do something to reduce our tax rate, but it's not by using unassigned fund balance. It's, building our valuation and working on somehow on economic development, increasing our tax base. So someday we'll get there. All right, anything else, Charlie?
Does the board have any availability next Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday to meet with PD and fire to talk about the
I'm available any day.
what day works for
Yep.
Tuesday? 3?
Yeah.
It seems 3 o'clock seems to work
Yep.
pretty good here.
Here, okay.
Yep. Next Tuesday.
A week from tomorrow.
Is that good for both of you?
Okay.
So, police and fire, did you say?
Police and fire
Okay.
next Tuesday.
Good enough.
And that will pretty much finalize our end of the budget that we can give to the budget committee.
Okay. Is there anything else? No, in that case, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Second.
I didn't ask if there was any public comment, I'm sorry. Is there any public comment? I'm jumping the gun here, okay. Further discussion, all those in favor? Aye. Lovely, 6:54.